Hello everyone, welcome back to Plumber Parts. We're going to do the top 10 plumbing disasters that we've seen over the last week or two. Plus we're going to have a look at hashtag tiny rads as well. And along the way as usual, we're going to look at some beautiful Plumbproud photos as well. So you get to see the yin, the yang, the good and the shit of plumbing. Let's get going. Hold tight! Before we get started with this video, I'd like to ask you to click the subscribe button and the notification bell. It's really important and helps the channel grow. Anyway, let's get on with the video. Also, for all you plumbers, DIYers and apprentice fans out there, there is a massive sale going on right now over at ITS. Check it out. The ITS sale is now on with 18-volt SDS, Bosch drills, loads of drill bits, angled drills, storage boxes, reciprocating saw blades, plus loads more. Check out the hot deals they've got going on there. If your wife is currently looking at the screen, then angle the screen away from her now. She's going to think you're watching pornography, but no, you're just browsing lovely tools. There are 2 promo codes that Plumber Parts viewers can use, and I'll be telling you those at the end of the video. Yes, I'm going to have a word with Emily about sorting out the mortgage so I can spend more money on lots of tools. Oh yeah, baby. Firstly, let's have a look at some tiny radiators, and if you see any, then you can send them to us and I'll tell you how at the end of this video. First up, we were sent this through by K-Tech Electrical. He said, is this the smallest radiator you've ever seen? Looking at it, because it's cast iron, it probably still weighs about 1,000,000 tons, but it's actually quite a nice little rad and it sort of does the job. Looks like there's a little bit of corrugated iron at the back there, God knows why. But Keen Dobbs wasn't having it. Check this beast out. The thing I love about this is that it's actually not that badly piped up, but it's got one of those special brackets on there. I mean, how many BTU does this little baby let out? It can't be that many. This is ridiculous. Why are radiators this small ever made? I think the pipes probably give off more BTU than that radiator does. Then Tom Snowworth sent us through this radiator, and I've got to say, out of all the small radiators that we've been sent through, this is the most unusual looking. Check it out. I mean, it's very small, it's very thin, it's tiny, pipework's a bit random as well, not the best. Probably would call this a plumbing disaster actually. But tiny rads can be beautiful as well, you don't have to worry. Check this one out from Fodders 1, snugly underneath the alcove of this beautiful house. Also, I do like the old anthracite rad. This is actually a really good job here. It's a tiny rad, beautifully installed. I'm hoping you did a BTU calculation on this house, Fodders, before you installed it. I'm sure you did, mate. Hashtag Plumbproud, baby. And then Murphy 1967 turned up and sent us this tiny rad, and this is ridiculous. I mean, it's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man out of Ghostbusters 1. Love the fact it's got a TRV on it. Not that the room temperature is ever going to get high enough for it to ever actually shut off. That is probably a 150 by 150 rad. Absolutely tiny. Then we've got this rude rad that Marcus Blickhammer found over in Sweden. Very nice gene pool. Unfortunately, all the women are literally twice my height, so it's never going to happen, and also Emily would kill me. But this looks like it's got some weird little expansion vessel on the back of it. If anyone's seen one of these, comment below what it is, because I've never seen one and I'm confused. And now it's time for the very latest plumbing disasters that you guys have sent in, the top 10 beasts. So for plumbing disasters, starting us off at number 10, sent in by MR Property. Check this baby out, JG Speed Fit to the max. The customer swears that a plumber did this. Nothing to do with the DIY store. MR Property said that they're going to rip it out for spare fittings in the van. And look at it all, the amount of JG Speed Fit. Obviously they didn't trust it because they've lovingly put it on little blocks of wood as well to support it. And then of course, how can we miss that Flexi Friday there as well? Oh God. In at 9, Daniel O'Hagan sent us this one through. To be honest, it's sort of a plumbing disaster, but actually I've seen this quite a few times as well. You used to get this in quite a lot of old cadet centres or places where it's like communal washing, that sort of thing. You know, rugby clubs and stuff like that. Well, they all get lathered up together. But yeah, we've got the 1.25 inch running out of the basin straight into the shower. Comment below if you think this is a plumbing disaster or just some plumbing. In at 8, Cooper_Allen86 sent us this one through. This is a hashtag rude rad with a bit of hashtag Flexi Friday there as well. Plus there's some beautiful carpet. Looks a bit like the wee carpet you get in an old man's house that goes around the bottom of the toilet. You get wet knees, don't you? And they're like, oh sorry, do you want a cup of tea? And you're like, don't really feel like it, thanks mate. I'd rather have a shower. And not in your shower, you weirdo. Ben Salt sent this piece through, and I'd like to have seen the fixed version of it as well, Ben. That would have been really nice to see. What you want to do is just get a bit of plywood, draw it all out like I've done many times, and then you can screw that to the wall and then just run it over into your bits and everything looks beautiful. Or you can do what a lot of people do and do it with battening. I like doing it the plywood way because if there's anything else that you want to add to it later on, you can, and it just gives you a little bit of snuggly woggly, as I call it. Shane Eads sent this in, and I'm going to need your help, viewers, to find out what this is, because I don't know what's going on here. So everything's normal starting off at the bottom, and then we get to the bit that I don't quite understand. What is this? Is it a vent or... I mean, they've got 2 rubbers going onto that. We've also got those big Jubilee clips, but it doesn't stop there, because then we go through a 90, then there's a swept tee that's the wrong way up, and then it looks like a bung before we go up to the stink pipe past the fascia. What is happening? Can anyone tell me what's going on? I'm scared. Mummy. Jack Fostergram sent this through. This is a lovely bit of pub plumbing. I have seen this before. This is when people cannot be bothered to take out the old porcelain urinal when they're putting in normal individual urinals in. Personally, I actually enjoy the old porcelain big ones because you can get a real good river. If there's a few of you and your mates in there, it can turn into the Niagara, all right? And all the little tablet bits end up down at one end, or even better than that, you actually wee one of them in half, which is like getting a gold medal in the life of the world, yeah? And talking about pub plumbing, Green Paul Jamie found this little piece. Lovely little video here. He was obviously doing a little wee tinkle. You can hear the music in the background coming from the bar that he's just walked through. Remember, kids, don't walk on the wooden floor up to the bar. That's illegal. Or it was in the social club me and my old man and my brother used to go to. But anyway, there's a little hole in the pipe here, and you can see he just wants to turn that water on, get it spraying out. There must have been either a fight in there, or someone just fell over, or smashed their phone on the pipe once Sharon wasn't answering the calls anymore. It's like, oh mate. Lovely find, mate, and also lovely to see a video as well, guys. Keep sending videos through. I'll tell you how to do that at the end. This is going to get the old, oh, it's less than 300 mil for the first bend after the ton dish. People, but for good reason, to be honest. Check this out. Richard Gransden sent this through. Yeah, there's so much going on here that's bad, but obviously the worst bit we can see is that the overflow's going into a little bit of HEP for some reason, then a bit of copper, there's a T in there as well, then it's going into a trap, and then presumably off to pressure relief valve heaven. DJ T me sent through this terror toilet. It's an outside system, it's on a wall. I know what you're gonna say, this has got to be somewhere warm. No, it's in Scotland. Ruled over by Nicola Sturgeon. Apparently at university, Nicola Sturgeon was called seaweed because even the tide wouldn't take her out. Oh, Plumberparts is getting edgy and political. Now, I've played a lot of team sport in my life, and one thing I love after the end of a very hard game of cricket in the middle of summer, especially when I've batted and got, I don't know, 14 or 15 runs maybe, taken or dropped a couple of catches, misfielded a few times. Before I get in the pub and have a few pints, I want to have a nice shower. Sometimes it's with some of my cricketing friends. This sounds weird, but I wouldn't be having a communal shower in this shower here. Owen Co 13 sent this in. Number one, we've got, well, I mean, it's not really that communal. It's almost like one of those full body showers where it's coming from everywhere, but the eagle-eyed among you might have noticed the 240 volt plug socket in the wall just above. Danger, 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 babe. Neil Hartley 86 sent us through this beauty. Obviously, sometimes you just want to change the TRV and you don't want to drain the radiator down or the heating system. So you put isolation valves in either side. Maybe TRV manufacturers should do this from now on. No. It still amuses me. I mean, they've obviously used it as an adapter, haven't they? They've obviously used it as an adapter, but it's still very, very amusing. You've got to give it to some people when there's a leak. Sometimes you need to be a bit ingenious. Gary Sisma sent this through, and they're using a G-clamp to clamp down the TRV. I mean, if it gets the job done, maybe I should do a video on how to stop your radiator leaking when there's a pinhole, so when the plumber turns up and fixes it, you haven't got a massive flood already. I don't know. But still, this is a great find. Really, really like it. Thanks for sending it through. Jake Streeter sends us back in time to a building site where the builders stood there and said, what are we going to do about that radiator? That's where the partition's going to be. And they all decided together to do this. Beautiful work there. Obviously a big house that's just been converted into a load of flats or something, but that is dreadful. What if the TRV was on one or other side of that room? It wouldn't work, would it, Jack? Oh dear, baby. It looks like we found the other side of that radiator as well. Jack Lecky 87 sent this one through. I've got a feeling I've seen this picture before, but this is the other side of the radiator. And look, there's a little Drayton TRV4 on it as well. So that's the side that's controlling the heat. And we finished this one off with my gas links. This is apparently heating pipes going round a house. I wonder what the heat loss is like on that. Not even insulated. I mean, well, obviously everything about this is dreadful. I know you don't want to pull your floorboards up and everything, but come on, there's better ways of doing things, isn't there? Surely there must have been a better way of doing this job. Thanks for sending it in. Anto Mitchell loves a lever valve being installed, especially when you can't use it. So without further ado, let's have a look at some of your lovely Plumbprouds that you've sent in. Hell yeah, baby. Danny Harrison Art sent us through one of his frames. Guys, we've all done frames like this over the years, and I know that some of Danny's frame bits here might not be quite there, but at least the Plumbproud ethos is there as well. He's proud of his work, he's taken a photo of it, he's sent it through to us. Well done, mate. Honestly, you're going to improve and improve and improve. Keep practicing, keep asking questions, because the only stupid question is the one you don't ask, and enjoy the trade. Before you know it, mate, you'll be earning loads of wonga, and down a pub, and down a golf course on a Friday. And if that's not what life is all about, then I don't know what is. Look at this lovely video of our very own Joshi Boo doing a little boiler fit out here. Very sexy indeed. Sit back with a cup of tea and just enjoy. Just take in this M&M_gas install. Nice low loss header. Beautiful bits of pipe work there. Nice and straight. Very sexy. Do it like Denbo, one of my gym buddy mates off Instagram. Man, he is absolutely smashing out this install. Check this out. Firstly, we're all on wood, which I love to see. Nice little valence in there. Lovely little bit of underfloor heating. Then also we've got services going off there as well. Uni strut, everything's looking good. Everything's nicely installed. Absolute ledge job. Pat yourself on the back and neck another protein shake, you absolute beast. St George's HP sent us through this lovely boiler room install as well. S-Plan system. We've even got coloured butterfly valves as well. Nice black clips, filter, Worcester boiler in there as well. Combination valve up nice and high, which is, I imagine, for the cylinder that's out of shot. Why do we like a combination valve up high? Well, if we have a problem with the combination valve, we can turn the water off and we don't have to drain the whole cylinder out. That's why. Oh look, and here's an earlier snap from the bathroom renovation series that I've been doing. This toilet is now finished. If you want to check out how to do it, well, check the channel out. We've done loads of videos in the bathroom renovation. We're nearly done there now. I was using the bidet to clean my botty this morning, and it was absolutely great, especially after the lentil soup that I had yesterday, high in protein. So guys, there you go. That's some of the best disasters and best Plumbprouds that I've seen over the last few weeks on our Instagram. We get sent loads and I have to sort of sort through them to ones that I want to do. But please send us yours through. It could feature on our YouTube channel, but it will definitely feature on our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and all that as well. So thanks ever so much for watching today, guys. If you want to send us through a picture, you can send it to us on DM on Instagram. You can tag us at plumberparts and also use the hashtags plumbing disasters and Plumbproud. But make sure you tag us. That's the best way of us seeing it. So thanks ever so much for watching today, guys. Oh, and you can also tag us in stories as well. So if you put a story up on Instagram, just at plumberparts on that story, we'll see it and hopefully repost it as well. So I hope you enjoyed those plumbing disasters and Plumbprouds there, guys. The two promo codes that only Plumberparts viewers can use at checkout are number 1, Plumberparts, which gives you a free bundle of ITS goodies for any spend over £50 excluding VAT, and number 2, Plumberparts Truck, which gives you a free RC truck on spends over £100 excluding VAT. So click the links below, visit ITS and spend money with reckless abandon. So thanks ever so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next instructional video. Make sure you check out those deals at ITS as well by clicking the links below, and I'll see you in the next Plumberparts video. Remember, there's one thing you gotta do. It's not appear in the plumbing disasters, and it is appear on the Plumbprouds. And remember to hold tight. See you later. WhatsApp's probably going to be the place as well that I'll share all the behind the scenes stuff. So what I'll probably do over the next few days, some of you this will probably matter to, probably most of you this won't matter. because most of you are behind the scenes members already. But we'll keep the behind